Hello everyone, welcome to the Study Hacks Institute of GIS and Remote Sensing. Today I will try to discuss a very important topic, mainly how we can easily use kriging in Google Earth Engine platform. So I hope all of you already know about the kriging and also know about the IDWI technique. So mainly interpolation. Kriging and IDWI is an interpolation method on GIS. So we can easily find out the unknown values using the kriging as well as also IDWI interpolation. So today's session, I will show you that how we can easily use the kriging and then create this type of temperature map. Okay, so here you can see, first of all, I have a raster data. So from this raster data, I can extract the some sample, a random sample, and further this sample I want to use as a kriging. So that's why it will also provide me the all of unknown values for temperature, and it's very useful for the big pixel area dataset. Suppose when you want to work with suppose any dataset which have not a good resolution, mainly this pixel area is so mass, then we can easily use this technique and we can easily get the very better quality map. So here you can see it show one kind of map. This pixel area is much longer. So for that we can easily apply the creasing and then we can easily get the very better quality map. So let's check about the practical example. So just I simply open my code editor. Suppose here you can see it's one kind of data. So basically this is the data set for global forecast system weather forecast model produced by National Center for Environmental Prediction. So using this data set we can easily get the temperature 2 meter above ground. But here you can see this resolution is not much good. It's very high resolution. We can get the pixel area is very high. Resolution is very low. So here we can get the pixel area. You can see 27,830. So when I use this data in a small boundary, mainly a small area, then I can get this type of result. Here you can say I can get this type of result. So it's not a better quality map. It show one is the red color, another show is the green color, and another pixel area show this type of orange color. So this map is not so much good when I want to work this type of data set. Not only for this data set, if you want to see other data set we have which have not good resolution, mainly this pixel area is so much bigger, then you cannot apply this type of data set in your small region. You can get this type of map. Suppose you can get this type of map. Okay, so this map is not much good. So for that, in this time we are also applying the kriging method and also make the very better quality map. So how I can create the kriging method? In this time, this data, basically this data, temperature data, have already some pixel value. So now I create some sample points, look like that sample points, and I extract the value for each point. What's the value of the temperature I want to extract from here? Then further I use this type of samples and then I can easily apply the kriging method and create this type of map. So now it also look more better. We can easily identify this type of region is the high temperature, and this type of color identify about the low temperature. So it's also more better map than the first map. Here you can, so we can get this type of map fast. Okay, but when I apply the kriging, then I can get this type of map. So for the kriging, first step, I need to create some sample. I have to create some sample point, look like that. So now how I can create the sample? It's very easy. I will show you the one by one step. I hope we can easily create the samples about that. So for creating the sample points to use the kriging, so just take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is the samples and call my temperature because I want to extract the value from this temperature map for each sample, and then user add bands function. Further, I just use a function ee dot image dot pixel clone let function. Okay, So basically this function extract the temperature value with their coordinate. Suppose this type of point coordinate also we can find out from here. Further, I just use a function. It's called the sample. So just use here the sample and put the region. So here you can I can get this type of argument. I simply make a dictionary. So curly bracket start and also curly bracket in. And further I put the one by one. First of all, region. Region mainly your boundary shape file. I put the boundary shape file is that RY. And further, I want to show just scale. Scale mainly it show the result for I want to show create this 1000 meter. Okay, so I want to consider the 1 pixel for 1000 meter. And further I also put here the projection. So I put the projection is a constant value. For that I simply put the projection is that EPSG EPHG, set the value for 4674. Okay, then other is not it, I simply remove that. So now I just simply create a region. I put this shapefile variable name RY. Scale is mainly 1000 meter. I consider. I put the projection value look like that. After doing these things, I have to put here the number pixel. Okay. So for that, I have to put the another option. So just I write this argument in after the RY. So just I put here the number pixel. So I put the argument num pixel. I set the pixel. I want to create suppose 100 points. So put here the 100. So in this time I create the 100 points. So just put here the num pixels and put the 100. And then mention about the scale and also put here the projection. So after doing these things, it's created the 100 training sample point for my study area. And I want to extract the lat long as well as also extract about that temperature. Okay, so let's go. I just create a function. So for that I just use the function keyword and then put the suppose element name, suppose sample, you can put any name. And then further use the curly bracket. In this curly bracket I put my argument. So in this time what is my argument? My argument is that I want to extract the latitude and longitude and also extract about the temperature. So for that I just take a variable. Suppose I put the variable suppose lat and I use here the sample. It's my element name sample. I get from latitude. So just put here the latitude and take the another. So basically I take the another suppose long and call the sample get from mainly I put here the longitude. Okay, so just I put here the latitude and longitude in here. So one variable lat it stored the latitude, another variable long it extract the information for the longitude from my sample. Okay, after doing these things I take the another variable. So I put the variable name suppose temperature sample also get the temperature from the band. So here you can see I already create this band in here. Basically it's our data set. I simply copy these things from here and further I just use it. I get it from here. So in this time what happened? I again explain this code. First of all I create the randomly 100 pixel, mainly 100 points. And further I just create a function. In this function I extract the latitude, longitude and temperature. Okay, and finally what I return from this function, I want to return from this function as a feature. So just use a return dot feature and I want to feature as a point. So use a dot geometry dot point and further I mention about that. So I just make a bracket and put here that long, and also put here that latitude. So just put here that lat. For doing these things, I just put here that another thing. It's called the temperature. So just use here the temp, and also make here this just a dictionary about that temperature. So here you can see I just simply return this type of things, and these things I want to connect with my variable. So just I use a map function. So map dot map, and also close this bracket. Okay. So in this time, I just simply print that. So simply print this samples and click to run. So now let's check what happened. Okay, I think okay, we have to check our variable name. It's ROI, but lowercase ROI. I put at the lowercase ROI. So now click to run. Okay, so now you can see here it provide you this type of element. So just click on here, and further we can get the feature. Mainly 85 feature we can generate, and here you can see all of feature extract the temperature value for a specific coordinate, mainly lat long. So this is our samples. We can get the samples look like that. Okay, we can create this type of sample, and further we are just use this sample to create the creasing. Okay, so now we are going to add this sample. So just use here map dot add layer, and also call this samples, and I have to show the color. Suppose I want to show the color as a suppose pink color, and also put the layer name suppose samples. So now it's added the all of training samples which I created, and all of those samples extract the information mainly latitude, longitude, and temperature. So here case I can get this type of point. So basically in this time, all of point, all of point extract the information about the temperature. So now I can easily apply the freezing method, and further I can apply about that unknown values. I can easily find out from here. So here you can see we can get this type of value. Okay, so basically it's our point. So basically it's our sample. So this sample I have to use. These samples I have to use. This sample I have to use to make this sample I have to make the creasing. So here you can see. So for doing these things in this time we are just applying the creasing, and for creasing we have to use this function. Basically this function is the creasing function. We can easily apply in here. So for that creasing I just take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that creasing, creasing, and then call the samples. I want to create the creasing from this samples. So just I simply call the samples, and further we have to use the function. It's called the creasing. This function. Basically, this function, you can see what is the argument. We can get the property name, shape, range, and seal. So just I make a dictionary. So curly bracket start, and also in the curly bracket. And further, first of all, property name. So property, mainly this property name, it's our band name, mainly temperature. Okay. So here you can see I already create this temperature in here. So basically I put here this temperature. I put the property name. So for that I just simply put here this temperature. Shape, basically we can put here the different types of shape. It can be exponential or Gaussian or spherical. So I want to create the Gaussian. So it's very popular to use. So just put here the Gaussian, and I also put here the range. Suppose I put the range mainly. I put the range suppose 10 1 lakh. Okay, and I put the seal. I put the seal suppose in this time it's mainly I put the 1.0, and again it's not. We put also for suppose very little 0.1, 0.1, and max distance I put here that max distance 1, and reducer I need to calculate about that mean. So just put at that mean. And further display this result. So just use here map dot add layer and call the kriging and clip with your shape file, mainly RY. Okay, and then click the run. So now we let's check what happened. So now it's loaded this result. You can get this type of result. Just we are at the visualization. For editing this visualization, you can simply click on the layer, number layer. Click on here, and further you are just stressing it at 98%. Get the better result. So now it automatically show about the mean and max value when I is stressing at the 98%. You can get this type of value. I want to show the color. Suppose I want to show the low value this type of color. Greater than I want to show this type of green color. Greater than I want to show this type of yellow color. And high I want to show this type of red color. Okay. So further apply these things. So now this color will be added in your map. So it will load it. So now it's loaded. It also depends on your internet connection. So here you can see it successfully loaded the full map. Okay, so now we can easily get the very better map. We can easily identify this type of region is the high temperature of air, and this type of region is the low temperature of the air. Okay, so you can easily get the better map. You can easily add the legend on your map, as well as you can also title, as well as you can also export this map as a TIFF format, and further you can easily work with that. And it's very useful for this type of high pixel area data. Suppose you can see, when I want to use this data, I can get only for this type of map. Okay, it show this type of map. We did not get the very better map because this pixel area is very high. Okay, so but when I apply the kriging method, then I also get the very better quality map for the small area. So not only for this data set, any kind of data set which is the big pixel area or which is not the good resolution, then you can easily apply the kriging and you can easily get the very better quality map. Okay, so we can see now we can get the very better quality map, and we can easily identify this type of region is the high temperature of air, and this type of region is the low temperature of the air. So basically this is the process to apply the kriging. You can also try for the other data set, and that further face any problem, then let me know. I also guide you. And in the meantime, I also give you an announcement for our upcoming online training program. So basically, we are also taking the live training session. So in this live training session, you can also get the all of those things from beginners to advanced level on Google Earth Engine. If you have no knowledge about the Google Earth Engine, don't worry about that. You can learn all of those things from beginners to advanced level. In this online training program, we are just focusing on the beginners who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine, or who don't have any knowledge about the coding section, mainly Python or JavaScript. Don't worry about that. You will learn all those things from beginners to advanced level. So our class will be start from the 15 March, and we take the class only for the Friday and Saturday in a week. And this is the class time for the Ramadan. We also change our time period. You can also check the schedule about that. It will be start from the 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. GMT plus 6. And if you have not joined this live reading session, don't worry about that. You can easily cover this part by recorded class. We are also providing the lifetime recorded class. You can easily get, as well as you can get the practice code. All of those things you can easily get from us. And for joining this live training session, you can simply contact in this WhatsApp number. You can also contact with this email, then book your seat. And you can easily learn all of those things from beginners to advanced level on Google Earth Engine. So mainly we try to cover all of those things from basic to advanced level on Google Earth Engine, such as land use, land cover classification, change detection, time series analysis, air quality monitoring, supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, evapotranspiration. So lot of things we will cover this in this online training program. And you can see all of those course content. I already added all of those things in the video description. You can also check all of those things properly. And further, if you want to join, then simply contact in this WhatsApp number. You can also contact with this email. So when you want to join this online training program, you can get the some course benefit. After submitting all of those assignment, you can get the course certificate. You can get the all of those materials, mainly slide, PDF, as well as you can also get all of those practice code. You can get the recorded class. When you miss any live training session, you can easily cover by recorded class. and you also get the lifetime teaching support. It's very important as a beginners who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine platform. At the first step you face lot of problem in your code, so that's why after completing the total 7 days online training program, when you face any problem regarding any issue in your code, you can easily get the lifetime teaching support, you can lifetime consultation, lot of things you can easily get for the lifetime as a freely. Okay, so this is the best benefit as a beginners who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine. So you can also try to get it. So for doing this thing, simply contact in this WhatsApp number as well as also contact with this email. So today is no more. Thank you for watching that. Stay happy, stay safe.